Hey, what's up, guys and gals? Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day or night, depending whatever time you're watching this. And with Thanksgiving in the rear view, it really put some things into perspective for me. There's just so much to be thankful for. One of those things is not being a part of the Slidell family, and I'm sure we can all relate to that one. Now, I'm sure many of you are already aware of Tophia and her antics, but for those of you who aren't, let me fill you in. Basically, Tophia lives in pretty much filth. I mean, there's no better way to describe it. Just picture like a landfill confined in a one-by-one space, and don't forget you got her ranting on TikTok about utter bullshit. Meanwhile, Mama Chu's coughing up a lung like she's suffering from emphysema. Papa Chu teething like a baby. And as for Brother Chu, I mean, compared to the rest, he's kind of just a chill guy, but he's still pretty weird and dirty in his own right. And while we're on the subject of hygiene, I mean, it already isn't good by any means to live like this, but it certainly doesn't help when you're living in a shitty extended stay hotel. I mean, ruin your own abode, go ahead, but to live like this in an establishment is just deplorable behavior, which is exactly why they got kicked out. Also because they couldn't pay the rent. Maybe if Big Toph got her ass off TikTok and got a job, she wouldn't have these issues. Now logically, the next steps that follow after being removed from your hotel room is beefing with the staff of said hotel. All while living on their property and your immovable object of a car. I mean, seriously, the Flintstones mobile had more utility, at least that bitch could move. But that's pretty much the exposition for the Tophia homeless arc. There's definitely a lot of other shit regarding all of that, and if we're referring to Mamachu, quite literally. But to get into the subject of today's video, we're going to be covering Tophia and her homeless Thanksgiving experience, and you know it's going to be phenomenal when she starts off by boycotting the businesses that closed and claiming the holiday as a whole should just get fucking John Wilkes Booth off the face of the map. But I'll let you see it for yourself.
White America is so good at whitewashing history and gaslighting that they made up a fake-ass story and a whole national holiday to sell the story. All to cover up their genocide, land theft, and illegal immigration. Happy Thanksgiving.
Because I think Thanksgiving should be canceled. I think that as a holiday as a whole, that Thanksgiving shouldn't be celebrated because, like indigenous people. But I also think that, I don't know if this probably makes sense, that companies that are closed during Thanksgiving are kind of condoning what happened to indigenous people. Should we boycott them because they're closed on Thanksgiving? I understand some places close so people can, spend time with their family on Thanksgiving. But I think Thanksgiving, the holiday, should, not exist anymore, if that makes sense. Because why should we be celebrating on a day that something happened to indigenous people, I don't think we should be celebrating a day where indigenous people were G-sided.
Oh, well, you're here now. Because I had to tell you guys I couldn't go live. Because if I don't, your daughter's holding you hostage. That's a shame. No, I'm not okay.
Nobody is okay.
Well, yeah, I'm okay.
We're not okay.
But it's just that I'm mad.
We are not okay.
I'm mad at all of you.
We are not okay? Nobody is okay. We're tired of the people harassing us. I'm tired of people messing with my mother. I'm tired of people saying shit about me and then saying stuff. She can go live if she wants to. We have a lot of issues. We don't have social media, okay? We have a real life we have to deal with. We can't go live all the fucking time. And I do because I pay the bills. I don't have an option. Sometimes I don't even want to live anymore. And I'm tired of you guys not leaving anybody alone.
Okay, I'm back. I have to address the issues. Look, we're not okay. We have things going on. And it's all because of you guys. Not all of you, but most of you. You guys are the ones that caused all our problems. My daughter does not abuse me. My daughter doesn't make me sleep in a bathtub. We don't abuse Hershey. But every time we turn around, that's what you say.
I'm sorry, but I can't take the fucking Tophia crash out seriously when Mama Chu casually re-enters like, okay, I'm back. But come on, guys, don't we feel so bad for her? Poor Tophia, she doesn't even want to live anymore. Boo-hoo. Maybe if you didn't throw that phrase around like a dickhead every time you got upset, people would take it more seriously. Hell, even your own mother's over it. She just chooses not to acknowledge the buffoonery when you say things like that. And as for Hershey, yeah, y'all fucked that dog up, man. Shit ain't right. If I remember correctly, it came out that they taught Hershey how to piss in a Taco Bell cup because they were too lazy to take him outside. It's genuinely despicable. I'm happy the dog got away. Even if it might have perished in the process, it's honestly a better outcome than living with these fucking troglodytes. And don't get me started on Tophia's whack-ass reasoning for the abolition of Thanksgiving. Oh, we shouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving because of what happened to the indigenous people. Look, I'm not saying the holiday isn't rooted in some sort of negativity. In all honesty, a lot of things that are old are. But what I am saying is Tophia sure as shit doesn't know, because if she did, she wouldn't have given that word salad of an explanation. Like, shut the hell up, you have no clue what you're talking about. Straight speaking out of your ass with no real reasoning. But that's classic Tophia, supporting whatever cause supports her, no matter how petty. No Thanksgiving means the businesses are open. Fuck everyone else who enjoys the holiday off to spend time with their family. I'm Big Toph. Do you know who I am? This really just shows how unaccustomed she is to the real world. I mean, no normal person with a job or hell even a basic sense of empathy would boycott a business for closing on a national holiday. You sound dense, Tophia. Nonetheless, she does make her return the next day, now complaining about how jobs are impossible to get, and even if she did have one, it wouldn't fix a damn thing, apparently.
You know what's funny is literally calling me an ogre and saying that I would never let this ogre put me in danger. Where has the housekeeper ever been put in danger? Because I saw this video and someone responded. First of all, the police said I have a right to film because it's public property, and I told the police that I filmed for my safety because she was like in comments saying she was going to film me, and I have proof of that. And someone said, do not let the maid film you. So let's not lie and act like she didn't put my family in danger and I didn't get harassed by police. I have to spend the holidays. I can't even talk about it. Nobody cares. I can't talk about it. I don't need some Timu fake person pretending to be pleasant telling me that my life would change or be better if I got a job. I'm sick and tired of people having this dumb logic that if I get a job, it would be better. You know what would happen? I would have to go find a free place to shower while sleeping out of my car and still having to go to work because I can't afford any place to live. They want 3 times the rent, and people have provided low income places, but I cannot rent a place and then have my father out in the streets while I'm renting a place because he can't live there because he's on a do not rent list. And then that's not even the half of it. On top of that, right? On top of freaking everything else, because I'm so like pissed off, Trump is literally causing problems with Canada. The same people that are providing us lumber because he thinks he doesn't need outside sources like other countries to provide stuff for us. Everybody wants made in America and not made in China or made elsewhere. But do you know what happens when you have stuff made in America? We cannot provide enough lumber to build houses for all the houses that we need to build. You know what happens when America fails to provide lumber for houses? That the cost goes up. People are going to have to pay 25% more for lumber for houses, which means you know what happens when lumber goes up to build the houses? The cost of living in houses go up. That's a smart idea because you know why? Why don't we cut off all our ties with our friends and allies that we made friends with, mess America up and say that we're going to be proud to be an American on Thanksgiving, name calling people like he did, saying you're going to be proud to be an American. We're going to fix what America didn't do and you're fucking us up even more. I hope everybody who voted for Trump gets what they voted for. I hope you all get what the heck you voted for. Because I am so sick and tired of people not realizing that Trump is going to screw us over morally. Now that I saw this post about like Canada being so upset about how Trump ruined their friendship, I can't even imagine what it's going to be like when we don't have no lumber to build houses. Billionaires, billionaires, billionaires for billionaires. You want to know how much money the combined people in the government are billionaires for billionaires? 315 billion combined with all the people that are in office right now in the government. You cannot tell me Trump is not for the rich. He's business savvy, but only for himself. He ran from prison. He ran for president to run from prison. And it shows because now he's getting let off of his cases because he's president. But you guys don't realize just how hard it is. I'm seeing people surviving and I can't even if I got a job, I wouldn't be able to survive. The only thing that I want to do, and I cannot say it on here. I'm so stressed. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do. And yet we're all sitting here praising a man, right? We're all sitting here praising a man that literally doesn't give a F about the country and is just screwing us over constantly. Now, if he ruins with the lumber, housing costs and prices are going to go up. How can anyone afford a house in this economy? I have to try to build up my credit, which is going to take 6 months. I can't mentally do this anymore. It's unsafe. The things that I've seen out here, it's not a place for people to be. And for some people to be insensitive and be like, get a job. No, what I want to do is jump. And I can't say jump from where, but jump. I can't process this.
Excuses, excuses, excuses. Morals, Tophia. Your moral foundation is about as stable as a house of playing cards. Politics aside, because truly I don't care. Tophia, you were the last person who should be speaking on the subject of morality. I think I genuinely take Saul Goodman's takes on morality before I'd even consider taking yours, Tophia. And as for the job comments, what the fuck are you talking about? You sound like a schizophrenic off acid trying to explain the League of Legends meta. Like, what is going on here? We went from the subject of Tophia, get a job, to Trump, Canada, and the lumber economy. Like, huh? What is this NPC-ass dialogue? None of those things you're talking about have any correlation with you getting a job. The mental gymnastics are astounding.
Like, to people, it's just one big joke. And we're trying the best that we can to make the best that we can. To make whatever little money we can. I can only make so much, and then it goes to hygiene. And then I can't even save. I can't even focus on my social media. I can't post. Like, I have a time that I have to post that, and my phone's always dead at that time. I can't even... I don't know, every little bit of money that comes from TikTok literally helps my family. Like, the money I got ended up going to a part for the car. Then I have to buy another part. Then I have to put gas in the car. Then I have to buy hygiene products. And then we have to get over here. We have to get over there. I still need blankets because it's still kind of a little freezing. We can't go to the resources that people try to recommend resources to. We literally went to this one shelter. It was so bad that it's a hassle just to get all the way over there. And then on top of that, there's too much going on. We waited for almost an hour to get our beds. It was not comfortable. There's a lot of people there. Obviously, they allow dogs, which that's okay. I don't mind. I love dogs, right? There's just too much going on. Way too much. People, they allow any and everybody there. They don't really care. They don't really check who comes in. They just allow every single person. I don't know. It's too much. You know what I mean? It's just way too much. It was too much of a hassle. It wasn't even a great place. We were just like, nope, we stayed the first night and that was it. I'm sorry. Like, I get some places want to help the homeless, but there's got to be something to be done where you got to say, hey, this can't be running like this. The security guards were screaming at people just because they're a-holes. So they were walking around like high and mighty, and people wasn't even doing anything. They allowed one guy in after he brought alcohol in, and they still allowed him in. They didn't really say much. They weren't lenient. There's a lot of people, when I'm talking a lot of people, too much people to work like in one space, and they all live there because they have all of their belongings, I mean, in tubs. They have their beds all made up. Like, if it was their own room, they have clothes. They sleep all day. They don't got to leave, which I understand, you know, fine. You can't leave all day, you know, but there's got to be a point where people got to put their foot down and say, hey, you need to do something. And I get some people like me can't afford to live, but there's got to be a point where the state's got to be like, this is an issue. We got to offer better resources for people, because there's no way people should be sleeping all day at a shelter and not doing the necessary steps to literally get into a place, you know, or to literally get out of their situation. And some people need mental health resources, because there was women talking to themselves. You know, you could clearly, because my father's bipolar, I could clearly tell, because I've seen it, a lot of people in the streets that have mental illness that don't receive the help that they should receive. One being my father, who doesn't receive help from the VA. And I feel like there has to be some point where they have to start cracking down and helping the homeless people, and they're not helping the homeless people.
Oh my fucking god, the pot's calling the kettle black. Tophia. How are you, of all people, suggesting the country do something about homeless people sitting on their ass and not fixing their situation? When you live in a car, you're not productive, you don't contribute to the community, and most of all, you are unemployed. Please just shut up. It's like every time you open your mouth, you somehow find a way to utter the dumbest shit I could comprehend being fabricated by all 12 and a half of your brain cells. Like, seriously, it's as if she pulls a fucking Jimmy Neutron brain blast and just finds a way to drop the most abhorrent takes on any given subject. But that's about it. The rest of the rant can pretty much be summed up by... In conclusion, don't fuck up hotels, I guess. If you like the video, that's nice. I upload when I feel like it, so subscribe if you don't want to miss out on whatever I have in store next. But until then, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Max contract like Andre Drummond. I'ma keep that shit 100. Ain't no ducking if I'm